Hello, this is Bob, and on this video today we are going to learn how to do manual lymphatic drainage. And the reason that you want to learn to do lymphatic drainage is that the lymph system, among many other things, is a major part of the process of detoxification for your body. And it used to be many decades ago that our lymph system worked just fine on its own and would detoxify our bodies to the extent that we needed it. But now in this modern day and age, we have a lot more toxicity. It's the industrial age. There's tire dust from the roads and pollution in the air and the water, and our lymph system can't always keep up with the detoxification that needs to be done. And so there's a technique where you can help speed up the flow of the lymph in your body so that it will detoxify you more completely. And your lymph is a system of fluid similar to your blood, and you have just about the same amount of lymph fluid in your body as you do blood. But unlike where your blood is pumped continuously by your heart, your lymph doesn't have its own pumping system. Rather, it has a series of valves that open and close, and they're all throughout your body. And they open and close very slowly, and as they do, the fluid slowly moves through your body. However, it doesn't have to only go at that speed. You can actually force your lymph to move along a little bit faster by massaging yourself gently, just in the right places and in the right direction. And you can significantly enhance your ability to fight off infections and get the fluid out of your cells that needs to get out and into the lymph fluid and up into the parts of your body, the nodes and your liver where the detoxification occurs. And so to do lymph drainage, you want to understand that lymph primarily drains towards your heart. So lymph that is in your face and your neck drains down towards your heart, and the lymph that is in your feet and your legs and your chest and back drains up toward your heart. Ultimately, all of the lymph comes up to this spot right here in your lower neck before it goes to your heart and then over to your liver. And so knowing that, just remember, if you're not sure which direction to push the lymph fluid, that it drains towards your heart. So from the top it comes down, and from the bottom it comes up. So the first place that you want to begin to learn to massage is in the spot right at the bottom of your neck, and it's just above the bones, which are your collarbones here, your clavicle bones. And if you take your thumb and finger and hold them about an inch apart like this and touch those collarbones right here, and then slowly push in like this and come up until you get to the point where you begin to feel the soft tissue in your neck, that's a spot where you have lots of lymph nodes, and you want to be able to massage that and drain those lymph nodes to be able to get started doing lymph drainage. So the way you do it is you just gently push in, maybe about 1/4 of an inch, and push in and then push your fingers down. So you're coaxing the lymph to move down into your heart. So you're going to do this about 6 or 7 times. And you don't want to go really fast. You want to just gently push in and down, and then relax for a second or two, and then push in and down again. Right now, this is one of the areas where people have some difficulty. They're not sure they're pushing exactly on the right place, and so there's always questions about this. Am I doing this right? And so let's just review it again. You can find the very center spot right here in between your two collarbones, and if you push in, you can feel that soft tissue, and then off to the side you'll feel your collarbones. It's very hard if you push in, and then as you move up towards your neck, eventually when you push in, you'll feel that it's soft tissue now, and that's where you're going to push. Okay, so once you have drained out these clavicle nodes, you're then going to drain the lymph out of your neck and your face, and there's a specific sequence that you want to use and a way to do it. The easiest way is to cup your hand and just put your hand onto your neck like this and gently push in and then gently push down. Now remember, you're never going to drag your hand across any part of your body when you're doing lymph drainage. And I'll use my arm to demonstrate. Lymph in your arm drains up, and some people might want to go like this and think they're draining your lymph. You're actually not doing it right if you do it that way. You want to push in and up like this, and then lift your hand up and move to another spot and push down and up. So when you, back to your neck, when you're doing it on your neck, you want to push in and just gently push down without dragging your hand, and then move it up so that this part of your hand can get underneath your chin, and push in and down, and never do this. Now that's one way to do it with your hand cupped. The other thing you can do is use your fingertips, and you can put your fingertips onto your neck and push in and down, and lift them up, move up a little bit, push in and down, lift up, push in and down. And you can go off to the sides of your neck, start towards the bottom, push in and down, in and down, and in and down. And some people will ask, well, how much pressure am I supposed to use? The rule of thumb is about the weight of a nickel. So it's a very soft touch therapy. Your lymph vessels are right near the surface of your skin, and they are very delicate. And if you push too hard, you're just going to squash them flat and the lymph won't move at all. So when you do it very gently. So let's review again. You're going to start by doing your clavicle nodes. Push in and down, and then you can do your neck either with your fingertips or a cupped hand. You're going to start here, push in and down, move up, in and down, and come all the way up until you're doing underneath your chin. And you can do the sides of your neck as well. Now, once your neck is finished, you then are going to start doing your face. And you want to start at the bottom of your face and work up. So if you start by using your fingertips and push in right by your chin and just push in and down, and move off to the sides a little bit like this, push in and down, go all the way over to the sides of your jaws and underneath your ears, push in and down. Then come back, and you want to get the top lip, which is not going to drain down, it's going to drain sideways. So start from the outside with a couple of fingers like this, push in and over, and then work your way to the middle like this. All right, very good. Now, this part right here comes down on a V shape, an angle like this, an upside down V. So if you push your fingers in like this, push in and down, and then work your way up like this, up towards the top of your nose. Put your hands underneath your eyes, push in and down like this, come around to the sides to where your temples are, and then just keep working your way up to the middle of your forehead. You're going to put your hands in this position now, because the lymph from your forehead is going to drain across. So start from the outside, lift your hands up, and slowly work your way in until you've gotten all the way into the center. Then go back and drain your clavicle nodes again, like this. It's very important that you periodically go back and redrain your clavicle nodes, as they are going to get full from draining the lymph from your face. Now we're going to move on to draining the lymph out of our arms. And the lymph in your arms and your hands drains up from your fingers on up this way, and it drains into the nodes that are underneath your armpits. So the first thing that we want to do is to get the lymph that's in the nodes under the armpits moving. And so if you take your hand and put it right up underneath your armpits, all of your fingers, and push in so you have pressure on it, and then push over towards your heart, just like this. Push in and over, and don't drag it, but just push it in and over like this. Okay? And then once you've done that 6 or 7 times, we're going to start by moving the lymph from your arm into these nodes, and then we're going to work our way down to the tips of our fingers. So if you start on your shoulder, just cup your hand, push gently down onto your shoulder, and in and up this way, and then lift up and start to move down your arm. And as you do, you can put your hand around to the side like this and push in and up so that you get the back of your arm. You can turn your arm over this way and put it up onto your bicep on the side. This way you'll get the nodes all the way. You can cup your hand underneath like this and keep moving down. And as you move down, just remember that you're going to be lifting your hand up and pushing in and up towards your armpit. And never drag your hand. And when you get to your hand, you can begin to use your fingertips and just gently push onto your skin and up and lift up and keep going like this. And then you can turn your hand over, do the same thing, push with your fingertips onto the palm of your hand, move up, go right into the middle, kind of comes out this way on one of those V shapes again. And then as you keep moving towards your fingertips and your thumb, you can then drain the lymph out of your fingers by starting at the bottom and moving towards your fingernail, and just take two of your fingers and gently push in and up like this, lift up, go towards the middle, in and up, and you can go all the way to your fingertips. You can turn to the side and do the sides also this same way. And then do it for each of your fingertips. All the way out to your fingertips. You can do it for each finger. And this will get the lymph flowing all the way through. Once you're finished all the way to the end of your fingertips, go back underneath your armpit again. Push in and over, in and over, in and over. Then you're going to switch across and you're going to do the other arm. By just taking your other hand, push underneath your armpit, in and over, 6 or 7 times, and then repeat that same process on the other arm until you've got the lymph drained out of your arms. Your hands and arms should start to feel very relaxed and loose at this point. And now you want to go back once again to the nodes that are right above your collarbones. Push in, and you're going to continue with your lymph drainage by doing 6 or 7 more massages onto those nodes. Now once you've got your arms done, it's time to do your chest area, your stomach area, and as best you can, your back. And first thing that we want to do is just take our fingertips like this and touch them together. And then you're going to put your hand right here in the middle of your breastbone. You're just going to push those fingertips gently in and push up like this, and then lift your hands up, move down a little bit, push in and up. There's a very large lymph duct that runs down through the middle of your body called your thoracic duct. You can't really reach it by pushing in with your fingers like this. It's more of an energetic thing that just kind of sending energy to your body and telling it to begin to move. Then you can take your hands like this and push them against your rib cage and just gently push in and up this way, and then lift them up, move down to your sides, push in and up, and keep doing that. Move across to the middle, push in and up like this. Now as best you can, you want to do the same thing to your back. So if you can put your hands around to your back and push in and up and in and up, and just bring it all the way down here. So now that's going to get the lymph from your torso moving. And it's not the easiest thing when you're doing self-lymphatic drainage to get all the lymph in your torso going. But if at some point you want to go and have a professional massage done, you can find a lymph drainage therapist in your local area, and you can go and get that done. So once you've finished doing your torso area, the next thing we're going to do is get the lymph from the top of your legs moving. And there are some nodes that are right here down close to your belt line, and there's other ones that are here on the inside of where your groin muscles are. And if you take your fingers like this and just push in down towards where your belt sits and push in and up like this, you'll start to get the lymph flowing in those nodes as well. You can do the same thing on the side towards your groin muscles, push in like this and up. And then to do your legs, you want to start at the top of your leg like this, and you can put your hands onto the top of your leg and gently push in and push it up towards your hip, and lift your hands up, move it again towards the middle of your thigh and push in and up, and then also go just towards your knee and push in and up. Then you can also go underneath to get where your hamstring muscles are and do the same thing, push in and up, move, push in and up until you come to your knee. After you do both legs, the next thing we're going to do is prepare the flow of the lymph to come from your feet and your lower leg and move on up. And also we're going to drain the lymph in your knee. Many people have swollen knees or problems with their knees, and this is a very effective way to reduce swelling in your knees. So the first thing that you want to do is to drain the nodes that are in the back of your knee, because the lymph in your knee and your lower leg drain right to the back of your knee where that soft spot is behind your knee. And if you take your fingers like this and put them underneath your knee and push in and up this way, remember, don't drag, just push in and up, and then you can lift your hands up, move down just a little bit, and push in and up. And do this 6 or 7 times to get the lymph flowing so that those nodes will be empty when it's time to push the lymph from your knee and your lower leg up. So now, in order to get the lymph from your knee to move to behind your knee, it drains down like this. And so if you put your fingertips on the sides of your knee and just push in and down towards around the back, and lift your hands up, come to the middle of your knee, push in and down, and keep moving your way up until you get right to the top of your kneecap, push in and down. Then you can move down a little bit, do the same thing like this, and right around the front of your knee, and that will get the lymph draining from your knee down. Once that's finished, you then want to begin to drain the lymph from your lower leg and get it to start coming up. And you can use it by cupping your hands, put it onto your lower leg, squeeze gently, push in and up like this, and then lift your hands up, move down a little bit, push in and up, keep right on going, surround your whole leg with your hands, and go all the way until you get down to where your foot is. And then with your foot, it's the same process as you did with your hands. You can use your fingertips, and you can push in and up, and then keep moving until you get all the way to the end. And you can do the same thing with your toes that you did before with your fingers, and you can also do the bottom of your foot the same way. Put your hands underneath the bottom of your foot and push in until you get all the way to the end. And so that's basically what you're going to do with lymph drainage. And at the very end, of course, you want to go back at the very end and do your clavicle nodes. Find that soft spot here with your fingers, finger and thumb about 1 inch apart. Push in and down, and just complete your lymph session in this way. Now, at this point, you might start to feel very, very relaxed and even sleepy. So be careful if you're going to do this that you don't have to go immediately afterwards and drive your car or do something that requires a lot of concentration. Many times when people go for a lymph drainage session at a massage therapist, they'll fall very deep asleep on the massage table, and you too will begin to feel sleepy as you do this for yourself if you do your entire body. Now, if you're at work during the day and maybe you've had some puffiness around your eyes or a little inflammation in your sinuses and you want to do some lymph drainage for yourself during work, you can just very gently push on your clavicle nodes, and maybe where your sinuses might be bothering you, you can do a little bit of lymph like this. That's not enough to make you sleepy at work, but it will be very beneficial for little places where you have inflammation. So also another place to concentrate on is a lot of times people, if they're sitting all day at work or even when they wake up in the morning, you might have swollen ankles or swollen feet. This is a good time to do lymph drainage, and it will help to reduce that swelling in those parts of your body. Another really good way to use lymph drainage is if you've had surgery and you have a scar from surgery. You can do lymph drainage around the scar, and it will help to reduce it, and it will heal more quickly. You can also use lymph drainage at nighttime to help you fall asleep. It will give your immune system a little jump start, which during the nighttime while you're sleeping, your immune system kind of kicks into high gear, and this will give it a jump start, and it'll also make you feel very sleepy, and you'll be able to fall asleep very easily. So that's the end of the lymph drainage video for now, and we will see you next time.